Hey guys, welcome back to BriMyselfAndEye. So today I'm going to do a hair tutorial in English. The last one I did was in sign language, so if you haven't seen that, I'll link it below. But that is for how I do my basic curls. But this one I wanted to do on the fishtail braid because it's something that I wear a lot, especially as we're moving into the warmer months and where I live is really humid. So this braid is just a little bit more sophisticated to me than the regular braid, but it adds a little more, I don't know, style and flair. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be showing you today, and let me know if you have any questions or future hair tutorials that you'd like to see here. But I get asked how to do this one a lot in person, like day to day when I wear it, and it's honestly easier to do than a regular like braid. And I don't know how to French braid, so I can't compare it to that, but let that be an indication of my skills, because I don't know how to French braid. But yeah, so it's super easy. All you'll need is like, you know, a hair tie and maybe some hairspray if you have some flyaways or whatever. But yeah, it's a really good idea if you have like messy hair or 2-day hair and you just don't want to, you know, do the regular ponytail or whatever. So yeah, I hope you like it. Subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any future videos or reviews or things like that going on, and I'll see you in my next video. To start out, you're going to want 2 chunks of hair. So I part it all to one side, and I kind of style my hair up top with some dry shampoo or whatever you want. And yeah, so put your hair all to one side, and you can brush it out. I prefer mine to be a little messy, but it's just your preference with that. So with the 2 chunks, you'll just want to cut it right in half, just like that. And this braid takes a little bit of time, but again, I think the technique is actually easier than the 3 strands. So you'll have 2 chunks, and you want to keep them separated at all times. So I kind of have it in like little loops with my thumbs here. So you're going to want to start from the outside of each chunk and then move it over to that side. As you can see, that tiny little hair. And this is like a technique thing. If you want a really tight little fishtail, you're going to want to go in with tiny little pieces. If you want a more chunky, messy, then bigger pieces, like that big or so. You can do that depending on how much hair you have and what style you want to go for. But I'm going to show you the smaller way, and then I'll speed show you the bigger way and kind of compare. So again, start from the outside of one chunk and cross it in the front to the other side of this chunk, and it'll go towards the outside. Once you kind of get it on the other side, it doesn't really matter, but you always want to pull from the outside of whichever side you're working with, and that'll give the fishtail effect. So again, I'll pull from the outside, move towards the inside of the other chunk of hair. Go from the outside, cross it over in the front to the other chunk of hair. And that's literally all there is to it. So you just can vary it in different chunk sizes, but you want to keep it pretty tight and keep pulling it up if you want it to be a very noticeable type of fishtail pattern. If you're just going for a messy braid, then it doesn't really matter. I'm kind of doing both for demonstration purposes. So you should be able to see a little fishtail starting here. This would be a fun braid to do if you had a chunk of hair or a clip of hair color that you want to show off and kind of zigzag it through. That would be fun. I've done that with a chunk of red hair clip that I had once. And you can do this wet, and it gives a really pretty kind of crimped looking braid. But you still got your 2 chunks of hair still going. You may also want some bobby pins if you want to pin your hair. If you have bangs like I do or long layers, you can pin them back or into the braid, however you want. I like to do braids when I'm trying to grow out my hair and it's just, you know what I mean, in that awkward phase where it's just not doing anything. Because this one you can have little pieces falling out if you like the messier braid, and it looks really cute, in my opinion. And you can do big chunks or little chunks like I've said, but you do want to keep the chunks that you're holding kind of even. So you don't ever want to have like this side be way bigger than this chunk. See, you can already see kind of a mermaid fin ending. And then once you're done, just put a hair tie on the end. And there's your braid. And I'll give you some styling tips. And to finish this off, you can either just leave your hair in your face and kind of go for kind of a messier look if that's what you want. I have let my side swept bangs grow completely out so they're a long layer. So I usually tuck them behind my ear and then pull some hair out here in the front just to kind of keep it messy but even. And then tuck some behind my ear. If I want it to stay, if I'm moving around or running errands or whatnot, I just take a bobby pin and clip it right behind my ear, like so. And then kind of tease it to make it look a little less structured. And then you can leave your fishtail like super thin like this, or what I like to do is go in with a smaller hair tie. This one's a little itty bitty as opposed to this bigger one. I just find that it shows up less and gets more emphasis on the braid. It's just whatever you have on hand, but you can loosely pull out, or pull outwards, not out, but just pull out towards the outside to make it a little bit more of a flattened. But I do this if it's just a messier day and I don't really want that much of a structured look, but you still have the detail of the fishtail detail. And yeah, you can also add some accessories or like pin your hair back with this this little diamond rhinestones little thing and kind of do something like that to give it a little bit more flair on top. Or I'm obsessed with bows. I don't think that you're ever too old for bows, but that's just me. I've always kind of gone to the beat of a different drummer. I like adding a tiny little bow. It's just got a little clip on the back and clipping it to the bottom, and I think it adds a really cute little polished little touch. But totally optional, whatever you feel like doing is your deal. And then if I'm feeling a little bit tropical, you can even take like a little clip that's like a flower, put that on the bottom. If you want more of a beachy look, if you've got like a summer dress and it's somewhere like on a boat or outdoors where it's gonna get, your hair's gonna get messed up, you can just add little things like that. You can find these at Walmart or the drugstore, and they just add a little flair to the braid, or you could just go with the regular ending like that and call it a day. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. Let me know what your favorite type of braids are, and if you have any tips for how to improve the fishtail, then let me know. I usually, again, do this when I'm having like a messy hair day, or I just want my hair out of my face, or if it's super hot, etc. So yeah, I think it's safer to braid it like this than it is to have it up in a ponytail or pulling on your hair, because I find that my hair breaks if I do it too much that way. Occasionally it's fine, but doing it like this just keeps the hair safer and not as broken, and it's better for your hair to put it in a side braid like this that doesn't have too much weight or, you know, pulling on the tops of your hair. So yeah, just my little 2 cents on that. So it's good for hair care. You can sleep in it like this, and again, it leaves this really pretty like crimped look. So if you're going for that, then this is a good way to achieve that. If your hair is kind of wet, you just want to put like a little bit of gel or hairspray on it, do the braid, and then go to sleep and wake up, and it's really cute. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Bye.